Good evening. I hope you're well on this very big and important day. And it is a very big important day because you see, this is 12th night. And that means that this is the last night of the festives. But also, it has a very big connotation towards today because it is also a very big new moon. And the new moon is in Capricorn. So I've got to say, it's a really big time between now and, of course, the end of the month, because this is a partial eclipse, but by the end of the month there's going to be a total eclipse, and if that's the case, another big good evening to you all. Hi there. How are you, Dana? How are you doing, Bobo? Hi, Maxine. How are you? I'm glad you came in. Lizzie's watching too, and so is Angie Wales. How are you? Good evening, Mr. Edwards. How are you? Now, I need to put the glasses on to read down there and I can't see you. Lynn Forbes, and would you believe it, the one and only Mr. John Holding is with us here tonight. How are you?
Greetings.
How are you doing? How do you feel about 12th night?
Oh, that's good. It's fine.
You're good and fine. You're not sad that Christmas is gone?
Yeah. Most of them will work tomorrow.
Yeah, the schools go back tomorrow. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
I think all the schools go back tomorrow. But there you are. It's a nice break, wasn't it? It was a very Neptunian with Neptune. Who else was involved? Venus was involved as well. So it was all very sort of lovely and beautiful and all of those things. Let me see who else is here. Lindsay Ford's, hi there. Linda Ann Miller, hello. Sarah Spears, hi Frank, Happy New Year, and Happy New Year to you, my darling. Hope everything's right, worked out for me. That's good. Hope you're right, everything worked out for me. Okay. Sammy, relaxed. Okay.
Have you been on since New Year?
Yeah, we were on Wednesday. We went back on the 2nd of January. Hi there, Maureen, how are you doing? And Liz is saying, good evening, Frank and John. Good evening to you, Liz, how are you? Gail Brown, Happy New Year, Frank. Anything for me tonight? Jemima McKillop. Mima, I'm just going to call you Mima McKillop. How are you? Anders Dawn, yes, the Bobo's here. Angela Greenwood, hi there. Kate Haney, is that Haney? Is it Haney? Susan Logan, anything you two, evening, you two. I can't read, that's my problem. One word, are you? Linda McKechnie, how are you? All the way from across the water. Christine Curry, hi there. Dunst. How would you put that? D-U-N-X Stewart. How would you put it?
Dunks, Stuart. Dunks.
So right then. Hi there, Sharon. How are you? Glad you're back, honey. Happy New Year to you both, she's saying. That's good. Sharon, who is it that's rather ill round about you? Just been the minute I said hello to you there, a real sharp pain between my shoulder blades and right in sharply in between the lungs.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Sharon Wright. And I'd like to know, Sharon, if that's around you at the moment. Could you come back and let me know? Or if that's an old condition? I don't think it is. I've got a feeling that somebody's been around about you just now. If that's the case, I think that's the kind of symptom they've got. Would you let me know, Sharon? Would you let John know? Because he's online. He'll be able to see. Or can he see? Hi there, Audrey. How are you? Audrey Helen Crawford. Hi, how are you? Maxine. Hi, Frank and John. Any messages for me tonight? Maxine, if it comes through, I'll let you know. Right, Liz says to tell him to keep the noise down tonight because you were noisy last time.
Sharon's saying that she knows them.
Well, I've just felt that for you, Sharon, and I've got to tell you, I think that's around you. It's really sore, and it's a kind of lung complaint that's obviously that can be sorted out. I think it's one of those infections that you get like pleurisy and all that stuff, chest and lung connection. So will you watch out for that, please, because I think it's around you, Sharon. Okay, because that was really sharp. We need to give you a wee reading because I still feel it's really quite sharp. Sharon, what happened to the person who was getting engaged round about you? You've got a broken ring up there. Will you let me know? Or let John know, please? But I've got that's a real sharp pain. In fact, we're talking hospital here. Yeah. And I think I'm letting you know that that's what's coming up, and it's important that you know that, Sean, okay? Well, for yourself, my darling, you're going to have to see things through, Sean. It's as simple as that. Don't, you know, we're starting a new year, we're starting a new time, and we're starting with determination. But this is one of those weeks, really one of those months where if we plan things, we think and we listen to ourselves, lots of stuff will come out here. But I really do think that you should be as determined as I know you can be. You know, there's something that you have to get sorted and see through. Why the broken window? I'd like to know about that. She might know about that either. You come back here? Has Shan come back here? No. Well, as for yourself, canny, strong, know exactly where it is you're heading, my honey. You know what you need. You've also got a good financial head on your shoulders, and you're going to be using it. Now, over these next 6 weeks to the next maybe 3 months and all, there's a lot of connection, not only to travel or talking about travel or going away somewhere. There's a lot about skills, and that is really big here at the moment. And the more you have that, the better it would be for you, my darling. I'm thinking really, really good movement. Also, somebody around you with a very bad skin complaint coming up as well, and it needs to be looked at. But no, I love the year for you. I love how you're starting it. You're really taking it by storm and taking it on board. Well done, you. Just watch out for whoever it is I'm talking about. I'm sure you'll come back and go, no, I don't know what you're talking about. That's absolutely fine. But when I get this, and you can't take it, and I know that that's not anybody on the other side, okay? So I'm saying to you, that's a kind of illness that's around it, right between the shoulder blades and further down at the top of my lungs, really sore. And I know that that's an infection. I hope it's not that awful flu again. Do you remember that flu?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that knocked everybody off their head. Well, off their feet rather than off their head. It can knock me off my head, actually. I was introducing everybody to my mother. My mother's passed over a long time ago. Anyway, I know how that one feels. So will you let me know, Sean? I'd be grateful. Okay? You take care, my honey. And remember, tackle your year. Don't be afraid of it. Get in there and make things happen, because you've got the way for all in the planning, and it would work for you. Okay, thank you very much. Thanks for coming in. So there you go. Who else? Elaine Bouffisson. That's great. I love that name. And oh, listen, Susan Logan started sharing already. Thank you. If you'd all share, I'd be grateful. If you'd like and share. So listen, I'm back firing on all cylinders, so I'll be ready for all your questions later on. So don't be afraid to write them to me. I'll be grateful if you would. Well, I'll answer as many as I can. Who else is here? I can't see them.
Susan Logan thinks you've always been off your head. Don't blame the flu.
Oh, God. Oh, that one right under the breastbone there. Probably am, Susan. So everything's going up and down. I can't see what I'm doing here. Happy New Year, James Edwards. I saw that.
Try the glasses.
Oh, even with them on. Do you think I need new glasses? Is that what it is?
New eyes.
New eyes. Nice one. New eyes.
I feel like the eyes of Laura Mars.
Did you ever see that movie? God, it was awful. I hated it. Pauline McKellar, sorry, I beg your pardon, Frank. Will my family ever stop fighting? No. Not right away, anyway. It's going to take a wee while before I sort it out. Do you know, I often think sometimes when the families are doing all of that, it's best to just stand back and let them go. Whoever it is that's the catalyst in all of this, they always show their hands, so stand back and
Hold the coats.
Sorry?
Hold the jackets.
Hod the coats, did you? Never met my friend from England. Hod the coats. Natalie McMillan, hi there. How are you? Thanks for sharing. Thank you. I'm looking to see where I'm being drawn. And I don't know why, but I think Donna O'Neill seems to be connecting to me for some reason. Don't know why. Let's find out, Donna. Okay. Okay, Donna, here we go. Let's see what there is for you. Now, I'd like you to also come back with feedback and anything I say, because Donna will pick it up. Donna O'Neill, is that right?
Uh-huh.
Now, for Donna, we're talking about a monetary scenario that's been hanging around. It's not came to you yet. There's a situation that you might be waiting on financially for something to come your way, and I hope it comes soon enough. And I'm telling you now, stop fighting with yourself. I know there's a panic at the moment. This is, of course, when all the bills are out there. So I do know that one. But I've got to say, even though that you have the hanged man over everything, that sacrifice and that long wait is now going to be over. I have some particularly brilliant news for you, Donna, as regards your family. There's an awful lot of success coming up there and a real good boost to everything. Now, I've also got to tell you there's every possibility of a contract over work, a movement, oh, look at that, and a holiday as well. So congratulations. So, Donna, this is all going to work out, especially financially, because although there's a waiting game monetary-wise for something to either occur, come into your life, it's going to come quickly. It will be eventually there very soon. Something very important about work as well, even although there's a kind of battle and a discontent stuff when you go back to work. It's like after a break, after a holiday. But I'd have to say to you, don't, because that looks to me to be one of the most successful things coming up this year. A really good time. I love the fact that you're getting the opportunity financially to build. But it's the sun shining over your family. There's good news there. I don't know bad news there for you. And so, although I'll have to say somebody's going to have a lot of bother with the muscle at the back of their left leg, to be precise. That's so. But the rest of it, no, good news all round. So congratulations. You've got a good time in front of you. All right, thanks for coming in, Donna. That's good, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
You've got no fear. I've got to tell you, you've got a face on you there as though you get scalped with a wet willy.
No, I'm just looking. Anne Gates has lost her glasses.
You as well, Anne? Well, I've got them and I still can't see it. Honestly, I melt it welly face that, and I tell you. Is this because you've not had Pinot Grigio? Is that what it is? Well, 9 o'clock, it's wine time.
Well, there is that.
Help yourself.
Even though it's a school night.
Even though it's a school night. There is a way for the drink, what can I say? Sally Logan, hi there. Susan Logan, I beg your pardon. Anyone around me or in my house? I've got a feeling there is. And I've got a feeling that person or persons actually that are around you are all giving you good vibrations. I don't see bad vibrations, okay? Be careful there, though, because you might take it that you've been spooked out. You're not anything but. In fact, if anything, I think you've been given a lot of love, Susan. Stop worrying about it. And Gates, hi there. Tina McMullen, hi, how are you doing? Glad you've come in. Thank you very much. Pauline McKellam still saying, Frank Gate, my family is sick, fighting, and I know. And saying, as Johnny said, what the Jacobs.
Andrea McSkimmon is sitting finishing at 10 Quality Street and the diet starts tomorrow.
What about yours?
I don't have a 10 Quality Street.
Look, to Quality Street, but the diet steps tomorrow. Now that's a good thing, isn't it?
I'm going on the Scarsdale tomorrow.
The Scarsdale?
Yeah, you do it for 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Anybody else going on the Scarsdale? Let us know. What about that other one? What's it called that you go to every week?
Weight Watchers.
Weight Watchers and the other ones.
Scottish
Slimmers and all that. Slimming World and all that. Hi, Bernadette Gallagher. How are you? Polly McGregor. Sorry, Mr. McGregor. Paul McGregor is watching. Good evening, sir. How are you? Last month, this is Pamela Lafitte, is it? Last 6 months of the year have been bad for me. Can you tell me if things will improve? That I'd have to look at your chart for that one. Or maybe if you wanted to come to a wee face-to-face with me, I could maybe sort that one out for you. But I'm going to have a wee look. We're dealing with Pamela Latif. And rotten when you've got 6 months of hard going. It's weird, but I know people that have had it for 4 and 5 years. So in a way, you only feel your own pain, Pamela, and the mess that's with it. But let's have a wee look to see what's going on for Pamela, will we? Oppression stuck and held down. You've got the Five of Cups over you, so emotions are out the window, and I think that's the problem. This is all to do with your emotions, and also the moon has been over it too, and so it's been really heavily affected. So not so good, I understand. A lot of sadness there, but believe me, and I really mean it, if you would wait 7 days to 7 weeks, your happiness card kicks in. What does it say, Jordan?
Happiness.
Happiness. And you will get the wishes that you're after. But I'd like you to leave behind, if you like, this emotional scenario from your past. This is the new moon. This is the time when you start afresh. And start afresh by thinking clearly, knowing exactly what it is that you want for yourself, of what it is that you need in your life. And I think what you need to do is to clear out a lot of old emotions that have been hanging around too long. And I think to make decisions in your love life or emotional life for yourself. So there you go, Pamela. Sorry about that. You may not like that news, but that's the way it is. And also, I think I want you to watch out for an Aries person. I want you to watch out for a Pisces person as well. Seem to be around you a lot. And so, a good balance and harmony. I think really by the month of March, I can honestly say that it's behind you. It's behind you. Sounds like something out of the panto, but it's the truth. And it hasn't been very easy for you. Okay. In fact, I don't think an awful lot of people know how uneasy it's been for you. They see you as being very clever, always ready to act and always ready to sort everything out. But in this emotional place, they don't know how it feels. Okay? I would say 7 weeks in all, and I would think you start to see the change in your life. The happiness card kicks in, and that means that your wishes are there for you. So get them written down and get them prepared. Tonight would be a great time to make those wishes for yourself, as long as they're clear and don't involve everybody else, but just what it is that you need for yourself. Okay? And I think the universe will answer you. You take care of yourself. Your tears will end soon.
Now, Susan Logan, who you were talking to earlier,
Yeah.
I think there's a couple of people around her. She's saying a dog keeps barking at the wall in the bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he doesn't like the wallpaper.
I think that's very interesting. Possibly. That would be the truth. You may have something there, but I don't think it's bad. And I don't think you're getting anything that is a distraction or anything that is going to be written up in a movie script and turned into a movie horror. It's anything but. I think what you've got is something nice, and animals pick it up. They always do. They pick up the sensitivity, and that's sometimes why you can't understand why a dog's sitting in an odd place but nobody else will go. That's because they're getting healing from the ground. So don't worry about this. I would say that you're being surrounded by a lot of good support. Okay?
Alternatively,
Yeah.
the dog could have been watching the Interior Design Challenge,
Yeah.
and he's trying to stress that he hates that blue wallpaper.
Is this because you've been back to work?
Yeah, I'm trying to subvert the show.
Is that what you're doing? Trying to subvert the show. Stop it. I've got some spirit trying to get through. So we've got somebody coming in. Not here yet. Oh. I passed over with cancer, I've been told. I'm a man. And I passed over with cancer and I did long haul. One of those big lorry things. If you're there, if anybody can take this, please, will you come in? Okay. Because whoever it is really troubled at the moment. When they're needing information or they're needing a connection to this person. So I would like if you come in. But I know that that's what he said. Passed with cancer and I did long haul. I can't get a name. Why don't they give me names? But I'll get it when I'm told. But whoever you are out there, please come in and let me know. If this isn't for somebody that's in and you happen to know somebody, please let them know tonight. Because really, sometimes if you share the video, it belongs to somebody else that hasn't seen it, if you know what I mean. And that would be great if you could do that.
Margaret Anderson's grandfather passed through cancer and he was a long distance driver. Margaret Anderson.
Is it you, Margaret? So you're not giving me any names. Margaret, I'm not being funny with you, but was that a really kind of up-to-date kind of van? This isn't a wee van. This is really one of those, you know, I can hear all the, when you brake, you hear all the
air brakes.
The air brakes and all of that. So I don't know, Margaret, is it belonging to you? But I'll come back to you if you wouldn't mind. I'll wait and see if somebody else can take that. If not, then I'll come back to you, Margaret. But I think it's somebody else. And family, he's saying family emigrated to Australia, I think that is. Okay, anybody there, I'd be grateful. Not a nice cancer, by the way, and very rapid. Passed rather quickly, didn't linger. A very active man, very straight man, by the way.
Margaret's saying it, yeah, it was a massive HGV wagon.
Right. And did he pass really quickly, Margaret, with this? You need to come back because he didn't linger around, he passed over. Why do I want to say John? And I know he's sitting opposite me, but that's the name I think I'm getting. Or is that the name I'm concerned about? And why is it, Margaret, that there's a new house there? Why haven't we been shown a new house?
She has family in Australia.
Oh, it is you then, Margaret, so you can take this. It's Australia for you. Okay, then, Margaret, let's see who this is. Anyway, who is it a family thing that's going on with housing at the moment? Somebody, there's a female in your family and she is so impatient. And by the way, Margaret, I don't mean to be rude, but she's an absolute pain. I would fight her.
John is in Australia.
Oh, John is in Australia. So is this woman connected to Australia as well? Because she really is very sort of, oh, when are you on? Horrible thing to say. I mean, I would, when I say I'd fight, but it's just a very, very determined and patient girl. She wants something and she wants it now. And that really is big because there's a major change coming up. And the major change comes up by August, I'm being told. And also, who's got the heart problem around you at the moment, Margaret? There's somebody here with the heart's really going. And I'm getting odd pains. I'm not sharp pains. I'm not talking heart attack here. I'm talking about sharp pain there.
Margaret says her daughter's been a pain.
Your daughter's been a pain. Mm. Well, if it's her, wow, what a change. What an amazing change. Because he's come through in this great big glory. By the way, it's quite big in my room. But he's come through with this great big glory because he's starting up and moving on. So whoever I'm talking about is on the move. They have to move into something else.
Margaret thinks it's her mother at home.
And your mother at heart, right? Okay. So anyway, that's really big. Oh, the passports are out and everything. And I love the whole thing connection to banks, building societies, money houses coming up. There's this whole change coming over at Margaret. Oh, no, he's very delighted. I'm glad it's you. Because I was waiting to see if it belonged to somebody else, but not, you tick all the boxes. And the minute I said yes, then the thing started driving off. I mean, I'm looking at the back of the van now. It's turned and it's winning. It's kind of difficult on a wall, you know, but there you go, it does it. Margaret, who's got the kidney stuff as well going on? Okay, there's a lot going on there. Anyway, I love this. I love this because the turning point, the change of a new direction, the new life that's going on here, it's superb. It really is. I love the fact that the Hierophant's involved, so you've got, not only have you got a medical connection that's going to be helped here, but you've also got lawyers, you've got advice going on here. You've got a legal card that says something is going to be officially done, and I think that's by August. But I wouldn't be surprised whoever it is I'm talking about, can it be, once instantly. You know, you've got somebody here that goes, I've seen it, I want it now.
She knows who's got the kidney problem.
You know who's got the kidney stuff. Anyway, there you go. So the whole thing leads to a really quite balanced time, Margaret. Well done, you. It really is. So I'm glad you can take the lorry, guy. And he's away, so you can wave to him till he's appeared in the mic. It's disappeared. So I've done my bit. Well, Margaret, you have to look after your feet as well. Okay, there's something wrong with your feet. But I love what's happening to this girl, or whatever it is that she wants in their family. Definitely going in a new direction. He's come through to tell you that that's exactly what should happen. So it's all in the right vein and going in the right direction. Well done. It really is nice. Oh, by August, it's wonderful. Okay, thanks for coming in. Thanks for taking spirit. That's good. Now the door's open, let's see what else is to come.
You'll never guess who's in.
No, I don't.
That's Kate Phillips.
Kate Phillips. Kate Phillips. She's in, is she? Good evening, Kate Phillips. How are you?
Katie's in the house.
Katie, you're in, girl. Right. Somebody here involved very much in the world of healing and spirituality. And also, this is going to sound ridiculous, but somebody who keeps, please don't get me wrong when I say this, because I had to do this myself. But when I say fooling about with a crystal ball, they're not dealing with it properly, but there's a crystal ball sitting somewhere in the either on the desk or something, and they're not working with it properly. Listen to me.
Get you.
I'm going to tell you a story. A certain client, quite famous, who will remain nameless. I was sitting on the table, and the table just decided to collapse, and the crystal ball ran right off the table, floated right to the front door. And he said, I take it I'm not getting my question. I take it you're right. But there's something very involved in here, and they're talking about doing something in a building. This building, I'm sure I can smell like perm lotion, so it's like a hairdressers or something, so I'm getting involved in that, but they're going to be dealing with healing very much. I don't know about the crystal ball thing. I think that should be, maybe that's what the message is, not to bother with it.
Gillian Barr's got one in the living room, but she's never touched it.
Yeah, no, somebody's been fooling around, Gillian. Let's see, I can see hand paws and stuff like that. Please remember that a crystal ball is just to be able to clear. It's also for scarring. But you know, I did that. I used to do that with coffee grinds myself, do that. What do you call that?
Tea leaves.
A toothpick, and you should just do that. Start reading. I did that in a Chinese restaurant one night. I was just doing it for friends as well. As we had coffee after the meal. Next thing I had a queue. But that can happen. But whoever it is has been dealing with it, and if it's you, make sure that the crystal ball is dealt with properly. Give it some wee bit of respect, because it feels as though it's been messed around. But I'm dealing with somebody who's either going into it's either into a shop where they're sharing something, or there's a place for them to do their healing. Maybe it's Reiki, something like that. Maybe they're trying to expand into the healing world in the psychic way. Please, if you're there, would you come through? Would you come into me, please, or come back over? Oh, here's something they might recognize. They've had a lot of a kind of tooth problem recently. If you'd let me know. Hi to Craig Wild. How are you? Linda Hughes. Linda Hughes. How are you?
I am going outside for a fag.
For a fag. Agnes Monroe, my darling. How are you? Jessie McGregor. Hi, darling. See you soon. Mark Anderson, I'm glad as well. So
Right, Carol McGee.
Carol McGee
has crystal balls. I assume she means crystal balls, and she's looking to open a healing centre.
Who's this?
Carol McGee.
Carol McGee. Carol McGee. Let me have a wee look. Because sometimes when you look at the name, it all pops up. Why am I so far behind? God, I'm miles
Go all the
away.
way to the bottom. Carol McGee's just said.
Carol Hunter, highly recommend. Face to face. The world is now a different place for me. Oh, Caroline, thank you so much. That's kind of you. And I don't know where I'm here. Margaret Mackenzie, how are you, my darling?
All the way at the bottom.
Frances Duke, the greatest singer in the world. Did you know that?
Uh-huh.
She's wonderful.
I've heard it myself.
Yes, I know you have. When am I getting to see you, Frances? It's time you came over and said hello. Where is? I don't. Christina Gay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I've got Kate Phillip is watching.
Oh, that's hours ago.
Oh, it was hours ago. Sorry,
Yes,
Kate.
sir.
I don't know who this is. I need to know. And also, could you tell me whose child it is that's so involved with wrestling, wants to have these wrestling belts round about them all the time, or deals with these belts, and throwing themselves off and hitting one of the chairs? If you're out there, will you come in, please? Where am I here?
Carol McGee, she says I have 5 crystal balls.
Oh, hi, there you go. Hi, are you thinking of going in? You've been having really funny dreams, Carol, and you're getting a lot of connections through Dreamworld. And also, I think that you're trying awfully hard to go into this. And are you going into this healing area? Is it?
Yeah, she's talking about opening a healing centre.
Right. Start small and grow big is what I'll say to you. Okay? That's important. But let's have a wee look and see how that will fare for you.
She's saying yes to the dreams.
Are you? You know, you're getting a lot of them recently. And also, could you tell me who is it that had the accident in their head here? And I wouldn't say that that was the brain, but I would say that it was the skull. Maybe they had an accident, had to have it stitched or something like this. Anyway, the thing is that you're going through this period of being, you know, everybody could put you off, Carol. They could say, oh no, don't think that's a good idea. They could put you off, and I'm telling you, if you don't do this, I'll hit you. I don't know why I have to tell you that, but that's what the message. The thing I have to tell you though is, if you're going to use crystal, you'll need to learn to do it right. Okay? Not that I'm not saying you don't, but that's what I'm being shown, and that's what I have to pass on. But as far as the business area or the doing exactly what it is you do, you're up against an awful lot of people who are telling you no, and I'm telling you yes. But as I say, start small and grow big. I think if you jumped into something too much, and also remember you're dealing with health, and not only just people's health, but their mental health, their whole being, and how it is that you help. Have you done some Reiki? Have you learned the Reiki? Have you done the Masters, whatever? Please come back and let John know, Carol. But I think it would be a good idea. Against the odds, it would seem. And, you know, there's some people who are called into this world, and, you know, an awful lot try to get through the door, and very few get through it. And then there's one or two that threw the door and didn't know there was a door. Oh. So it's a bit like that, okay? So I would say to you, looking at what I've got for you and what Spirit's telling me, is yes, I would do it.
Yes, she's a Reiki master.
You're a Reiki master, and I'm so glad. So you've got everything, you've got the tools and all the rest of it. You just have to take the leap of your own faith, you know. And if you can do that, you'll do extremely well. Well done. Anyway, you got the message. By the way, I hate to ask you this. Why are you changing a bed? And I don't mean literally changing the sheets, literally buying or changing a full bed. There you go. That's what they're showing me. But I like this, and I think this would be a good idea for you, Carol, so well done. Okay, doke. I would also say, you know, to lots of people who want to go into this world, be very, very aware of what you're taking on. Supervision is so necessary, because, you know, ego can run riot. But in this case, it would seem that you're doing. Oh, Carol, I've just been taken somewhere. Have you been in a hospice recently? Are you thinking of dealing in a hospice, connecting to a hospice? Don't know why I've got perfume, not perfume, what do you call that? Perm lotion. I feel there's a hairdresser thing, but I'm also suddenly I'm in a connection with a hospice. Carol, will you remember that? Please come back and let me know, or let John know. Thanks for coming in, darling. But yes is the answer. Do that. It's really good. All right. Now listen. Remember, it's a kind of long night, and I'm kind of buzzing now. The Spirit's opened the door. Oh, I need to talk to somebody who worked with a lot of wooden tools. This is a joinery thing. Joinery. Oh. but you know, was precise with these tools. You know, I would have a place for all my tools. Do you know? I hope that makes sense. Anyway, and waiting for you to come in with that one. I'd be grateful if you come back. We're talking a joiner. A joiner. It's a really odd name. We wouldn't have had an ordinary name like Joe or Jim, Molly or whatever. It's got an odd name. Very proud, thin man. Yes.
Lisa, I know you've just given that reading to Carol, but Lisa Patterson's just come in saying she owns a hair and beauty salon. She works in healing. She needs a wisdom tooth out, and the dad had cancer in the skull. She works with crystals.
Yes, yes. Please put her name down. We'll do that in a minute. I want you to talk about this. And you know something? This man had another ailment, a man's problem. There you go. We always talk about women's problems, but he had a man's problem. And that was a lot to do with the testing. And that was a problem. That's a start of a problem. So if you're there, you come in, please. Anyway, just remember that also later, once we finish, if you want to get an answer to lots of questions, I'm here for you. So all you have to do is get your mobile and text Frank, followed by your question to 85358. That's 85358. And of course, you can always get a face-to-face with me or whatever it is that I offer. I'd be grateful. Also, I've got to tell you, I'm really pleased that a lot of you are still coming in and getting your stars every week. So there's a lot on board. Anyway, who are we talking about now?
Lisa Patterson.
Lisa
Patterson. She owns a beauty salon. She works in healing. She got the tooth thing, and the dad had.
Right, we've got two then to do. Okay. Right, Lisa, can I ask you who it is that's got the problems with the bones, the neck, the shoulders, all this whole thing? Oh, I feel as though I suddenly want to get pulled up. Would you come back with that answer, please? But let's see what it is we've got here from Lisa. Friendship, there's a baby coming. There's a pregnancy here. What are you doing? Well, I'd have to say to you, it is rather successful. But there'll be a man around you who is in fact about to change direction. He has to change direction. And he'll move quickly. There's a baby to be born, and I would not put pink on this baby because it would be the wrong colour for the baby. But definitely look to friendship in your circle, actually. But very, very successful change waiting for you after a time. This I can't understand, Lisa. I just feel as though, on one hand, you've had amazing success, and on the other, you have the worst time of your life. It seems to go hand in hand for you. You kind of bounce from one to another. But that's not what I've got here. All I have to say to you is, again, I'll use the symbol that I was given, and that is, well, by the way, you're going to Armadillo, or you're going to it's the SEC Centre. What's that other place now where everybody goes?
Oh, the round one.
The round one. You're going down there anyway. So the thing to remember is that when I say whoever it is has been playing with crystal balls, I've got a funny feeling that you're needing to center more in your healing. You're needing to really clear out business, emotion, problems, and center in your healing. Because definitely you've been chosen to do that, okay? And that's important. And I really do think that you're going to go through a time where that sort of everything is great till awful. I mean, you go from one extreme to another, and really quite quickly. That's ending. It's completely ending. And this will be the year it will put an end to it. Back to healing. Please learn to center much more easy and much more quickly, because you're going to need to. Listen to me. I think I was going on as a teacher here, and I'm certainly not. But I'll tell you though, the more the better, the clearer you can do this, the better it would be. And I don't know why I have to say this to you, but you're being shown Edinburgh for some reason as well. That's really important. Okay? I think you're needing, for some reason, you'll be needed, you'll be around, and you'll be helping. All right? Sorry for the kind of mixed message that you're getting there, you know, from good to bad quickly. But that's the way it is. It's been, you know, that for 5 years for you. Not anymore. Okay, this is a year where it changes completely. And you're on the mend. You're on the straight road now. I hope that's been helpful. Thank you very much for coming.
Can you just tell me that text question again? Someone's asking. I'm going to put it in. 85.
Oh, you know, text Frank followed by your question to 85358.
5358. I'm just typing in. Somebody was asking.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt.
But I'm glad you can. I'm glad you came back, Lisa. I'm glad you could take all that spirit. Actually, I've got enough of a funny feeling that you and I are going to meet for some reason. Don't know why. But that was weird. I've got Edinburgh for you. Hi, Tricia Nicholson. How are you? Liz Grant. How are you? Ruth Pritchard. Good evening. My mum's a nurse and I'm a hairdresser. Got to do a perm this week. Well, Ruth, that's great. I'm glad. I actually need a haircut, I think. Looking at Mr. Man over there. Just needing a haircut. He's really styled. Styled, I tell you. So, who else is here?
I got the same hairstylist as Carl Boswell.
Yes. Let's try hanging out a midden. Jessie Boo, any news for me, please? Could do with it. I'm sure you could, madame. Maxine Gilchrist, Kathleen Boyle. Jessie McGregor's given us all these loves. And it's great. I love all the love. Frank McSwiggan, anything from me, Frank? First time watching. I'm glad you're watching for the first time. Come and tell me, leave a kind of message saying what you think. Don't be too cruel, but let me know what you think. Cara Macaulay, how are you? Carl McGee, yes, I have family dreams. Yes, I'm sure you do. How far am I behind you?
Days.
Am I days behind
Days.
you? I'm so sorry.
Days.
Can you do it? Kind of boring. And excuse me, you've got all your own wine. What happened to a cup of coffee?
Do you want a coffee?
I would love a coffee. Emma Hall Taylor, hi there, how are you? Margaret, Maxine Gilchrist, hi, how are you? And Karen McFall. Jean Beck, how are you, my darling? How's things with you? Jean, how did your New Year go? Was it good? Did you have a good Christmas, darling? I'm sure you did. I hope you were. Now, it's funny that Jane is here and she's asking if there's anything coming through. And I'd have to say, yes, Jane, there's something very much connected to a car that needs to be looked at because there's a repair needing done. Okay? That's it. So it's to do with a car and get your repairs done, please. It would be important. Tina Mitchell, stuck in a rut, Frank. Well, you know, Tina, we're just starting the year. And this is a really big, not only a big day, but a really big time. And, you know, the sun and the moon are together tonight. It's mixing with Saturn and Pluto and Mercury. It's all going to, it's the time now to send it out there. It's that Capricorn time of new foundations and new buildings. So I can understand where you could easily get into a rut. But Tina, we've all got to get behind this and try and change it. And I'm sure there's a million reasons why you're in it. But you know, that inner connection, that this is what I need from myself, this is what I'm going to do. The more you do that, the better it would be, I would think. I really mean that, in all due respect to you, Dan. Jean said that she had a lovely Christmas and New Year so far. Thanks. Well done. I'm glad you did. Teresa Wilson Freeman. I've always recommended you. Well, that's very kind of you. Thank you. Did you see the top of my head there? I really must let me do this. Fiona Wilson, how are you? I'd like to talk with you, Fiona Wilson, if you wouldn't mind. All right. Yes. Okay, Fiona. Let's see what's going on for you.
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to Fiona Wilson. And she's come in to say hi, I think. Of course, she's disappeared. No, she's not. Fiona Wilson, hi there. Right. Oh my goodness me. What inspiration waits for you. And real
fiery time in front of you, but not a bad one. This is a time when you could really reach out there and I've got a bird of peace up there for you. There's a dove of peace. Well done. So there's something very much about harmony and balance coming into your life now. You've had a time when nothing's moved at all. And as far as physical complaints are concerned, I've got this stomach problem as well. I don't know where I've got that from, but it connects to you. And also, you know, you've had a kind of wild time with friendship there. And that all seems to be settling down as well. I like what you're doing, and if you realise your own talents, the better. I would not be afraid to be my own person. Get out there and make it happen for yourself. Do you get me? This is a wonderful big time waiting for you. A couple of star signs for you too, so look out for a Libra and look out for a Taurus. It'll be really good. Who else suffers from the sinus problems around you though? That's important. But I love it. I just think that what you're getting in these next couple of months, all the way, perhaps all the way through to June, is a very good, stable time where you have to, if you believe in yourself more, the better it will be. Well done, you. You're doing fabulously. Strong and good. Thank you very much, Johnny. The old cup of coffee.
Do you remember that guy came in selling fridges?
Yeah. Do you remember that way? That guy came in selling the fridge? He was my fridge. I loved it. But then I finished with Fiona because this is a really lucky and clear time for you, even though there's been a kind of odd friendship connection here. I don't know if everybody's as happy as they should be as far as friendship is concerned. But you personally, there's harmony, balance, and there's a new way forward for you. Anything to do with good finances as well. Nice one, Fiona. Thanks for coming in.
She said thank you.
You're welcome. I'm glad you came in.
Sharon Graham's in.
Good evening, Sharon Graham. How are you all?
Long time no see.
Where's Sharon Graham? I can't see.
Just come in. No, no.
Oh, I'm away for the boat. Sharon Graham is watching. Good evening to you. How are you? Alan Hughes, all the best for 2019 to you and yours, Frank. Looking forward to this year as everything from your
message to me last year was positive.
Yes, and I hope it still continues. Well done. Thanks for coming in.
Suzanne Strickland remembers the guy selling the fridges.
Suzanne Strickland?
Yeah, she said she remembers the guy coming in and selling the fridges.
I remember that.
It's like, do you know where you are?
Can we get a fridge?
Frank Pilkington's psychic white goods.
There's every possibility that would be the case. Anyway.
Liz Simpson's asking about a holiday. Liz, don't ask him, you'll get a 2-day break in Dunoon. He's mean with the holidays.
Did you hear that one? I don't believe that I would say such a thing like that to you. Are you ready for a wee break? Let's have a wee look for you, Liz. Liz looks after a lot of people, you. She deserves a break. She bakes and she cooks and she looks after the old ones. You stop at the old ones. You're next in the list because she's not going to give you steak pie. Are you ready for a holiday and getting a break? Yes! Look at that data once. What does that say?
Oh, God only knows. Swiftness.
It means something's moving really quickly for you. And that would be great if that were a holiday, my darling. I'm sure you would. There's so many people around of you, Liz. Oh, and I don't just mean people that you help. Oh, there's so many waiting on you. And why is the devil out? It would seem as though that there's a female in your life and she's had a lot of problems. The devil wears many disguises, my darling, and they come in all shapes and sizes. Boy, am I glad she's out of that. Anyway, you've got the magician over the whole thing. So I'd like your year, Liz. I like what's happening, especially up until March and April. Anything to do with the star sign of Aries over you looks as though it's going to be particularly big. So there's a good opening and good opportunity for this. I'm still not answering the question. Are you going on holiday? Well, here we go with the last card. Yes! Yes, you are. Now I'm going to ask you a question. Would you actually go? Now, at this point, she's going to go. Of course, I would go. Anybody would go if you planned it. I don't know. I've got a funny feeling that you'll check out everything else first before you say yes. But you'll need to come back and let me know. Okay? Because even the Chariot's out. Now I would say, yes, you're going to get your holiday. Yes, you're getting all that scenario. Listen, Betty's doing okay. You don't need to worry about her. But I also think that's really weird. Why am I been taken to a farm for you, Liz? What's that about? And I'm looking over I'm looking at the gate that keeps cattle in or out, and I'm looking over it. Could you come back and let me know? I know that sounds really daft, but there's something to do with a farm suddenly. But your mum's okay. You stop worrying about it. Everything's okay, although there's a bit of a health problem coming up. But then it's not big, you know. Do you know what they say about a creeping gate? That's what they say to me. No, that's fine. Stop worrying about it. But that's what I mean. That's the kind of thing you would do. You think you're ready for your holiday. Let's go on holiday, and you'd go, oh no, check list. So the answer to your question is yes, you will. My answer to you, or my question to you is, will you go? Come back and let me know, please. Thanks, my honey. Stop worrying about your mum. Isn't that funny? I just saw that is a definitely. You're not going up to a farm, are you, Liz? Or taking, going walks with the kids or something like that. That sounds daft. It's really weird, isn't it? But you see, I have to tell you what I see.
I'm very similar to a creaking gate.
Yes, you are.
And frequently well oiled.
Yes, you are. Not only well oiled, but creaky. Give you that. But you have been very helpful to me, Mr. Holding. I really am grateful to you for all the things you've done for me in going through. What else is going on? Sharon Graham saying, evening boys. Nat Downey is watching. Hi there. Right. Nat Downey or Sharon Graham, could you please tell me who has the problems at the side here of the teeth? Sharon Graham, has that got anything to do with your beautiful animals, your dogs? The Nat says, has it got anything to do with you? Would you please come in? It's the side here. What do you call those? The canine teeth or something? You know, the jaggy ones at the side. I've suddenly been feeling that then, looking at both of you. Will you just let me know, please? And cool. Karen McFall, how are you? Linda Halliday. First time on me, mum passed away on the 21st of December. Oh, Linda. Oh, I'm really sad to hear that. Rotten time for you, darling. Oh, Christmas and New Year. Linda, I have to say no. And I would still think that she's still transiting over. Do me a favour, Linda. Don't hold on. And sometimes we hold on to somebody, they don't want to leave, and they have to get over because they've got a job to do over there too. And that's probably looking after you. Tonight would be a really good time if you were to write her a letter and say it out loud, because this is a new moon time. This is a new beginning, and I know it feels sad for you. I'm sure you miss her terribly. I know I would. But remember this, I don't believe that anything ever dies. I honestly believe, because I've seen too much, that either it arrives in front of me, or it speaks to me, or I hear it, I smell it, but I listen to it in many ways. But what I would like you to do is put your mind to a peaceful place and remember, if you can, the happiness and the fun times and the good times you had, and how it is that you knew this wonderful woman, and that probably the times you had terrible arguments as well. Make you human, makes her human. But remember, and we're all with you, So listen, everybody that's in tonight. Can I have a wee share of loves, please? Okay, this is for Linda Halliday. My mum passed, and we all need a wee bit of love and affection now and again. I just want you to know that we're here and we're full of support for you. All right? Here's your love coming now. I'm glad you're a part of the family. Come in anytime. We'll be here. As I will be here. And if I get a message, you'll get it. All right, my love? Sorry, rotten time at Christmas, isn't it? What's the matter?
Now, Nat Stanley was saying all the, you were asking about the teeth.
Yes.
The girl's teeth are growing in on top of
So
it.
it's got nothing to do with that other person. What's her name? Shannon Green. Okay, Nat, this is for you. I don't know why I've got it, but I want to know what's going on with the teeth and your children. You have to see things through. You're going to stop fighting, Nats, because there's always this drama going on here. And I think this drama's with yourself. I think you're going through a time where you're going to have to look at your feelings more. Don't be afraid to speak up and out. The more you do that, the better it would be. I would think that you're turning a corner after quite a long sort of drive. And as that's something else by April, you've got very big choices to make. And those choices will be the right ones to make. Get your children, the girls, to the place where you get the dentist, sort them out, and I will be sending healing love and prayers their way, because better than me. Oh, for their children, and I'm sure they'll go in there beautifully. As for yourself, I think we've got a real big, moving, changing time in front of you, and I love it. Okay? Stop giving yourself a hard time. I think we all do that sometimes. Don't know about him. But you know, some of us actually, we beat ourselves up sometimes, you know. Try not to do that. So listen, for everybody that's been in tonight, Linda especially, Linda Halliday, I really know how it feels. Liz Simpson, I know that you work really hard. I know that Carol does the same. I know that Margaret Anderson's always on the go as well. Sharon, believe in yourself, my darling. This is an amazing night and an amazing start to a beautiful time. I'm going to be working on, so if you've got some messages, please come in. So what you do is you go to your mobile phone, you text Frank, followed by your message to 85358, and I'll answer as many as I can tonight. Okay, Mr. Johnny Boy and I, just before he ends up, come back into work. So listen, thank you all very, very much for coming in tonight. I love you all very, very much. Take care of yourselves. I'll be back again. Well, I'll be back Wednesday. And this is a wonderful 12th night. And it's a nice way to say goodbye to Advent, really. And the Christmas period. I hope you all had a really great time, Christmas and New Year. I hope you didn't spend too much, although I'm talking off the top of my head there, because everybody does. But you know, I hope it was an easy time for you all. And I do understand, Linda, how heavy that must have been for you. But for everybody else, know that I love you all very, very much. On behalf of myself and greeting face there, Mr. Holden.
Charming.
Very charming. Prince Charming. Oh, no, they're not. Oh, yes, they are. Me panto number there. So listen, I'll see you Wednesday night, 9 o'clock. Just take care, love you all, and be nice to each other. Do you hear me? Because it's so easy to do. Love you. Bye.